Alright, so I'll start with the background information. My name is Taylor, and I work for Starbucks for about 2 years. I am 20 years old. Um, I'm a shift supervisor, and I work at a store right on campus at UT. And I'm a coffee master and an aspiring coffee ambassador, and eventually I want to continue to move up in the company and make it my career. So that's a little bit about me. Um, oh yeah, did I say I live in Austin, Texas? Okay, I live in the capital of Texas. So I might say all kinds of crazy stuff here and there. But to answer the first question, my favorite coffee right now is Galapagos, and Galapagos San Cristobal is its name. It's a Starbucks Reserve coffee. It's actually the first coffee of the Starbucks Reserve line, which is now replacing the Black Apron exclusives. And so we're really excited about that. And I prepared it, so I'm going to do a tasting with you. And I'm going to grab our cups because I have them heating. So, oh, no, you don't want to source it. Okay, so I have our cups, and we'll just press it. A little bit about Galapagos San Cristobal is that it is a single origin coffee, and it's very limited amount. That's why it is so rare. The package actually says, and I quote, "We spend a lot of time in origin countries searching for the finest coffees. Coffees with distinct flavors that enchant, amaze, and captivate. But of the thousands of coffees we encounter, only a precious few, like the one you're holding in your hand, are deemed exceptional enough to be labeled Starbucks Reserve. Rare, intriguing, and now yours at its peak of flavor." And the Galapagos Islands are actually located right on the equator, close to South America. So, yeah. And that's what we're going to be tasting today. And tasting with me is the lovely Hannah. And we are going to taste this for y'all and talk about it for just a second, because it's so awesome. We have to. So we're going to go ahead and smell it. Sorry. Okay, anyway, so the information on this coffee is that it is a medium-bodied coffee and features fresh flavors that highlights green herbs and is balanced by cocoa and spice. Cocoa and spice. Anyway, so let's go ahead and taste it. Cheers. It's really fun because I feel like this coffee is pretty earthy, actually, even though it's close to the Latin American region. I feel like it almost tastes like it's from the Asia Pacific region too. I don't know. It's probably the volcanoes. But yeah, it's definitely got the cocoa and the spice. I don't detect the green herbs as much because I think the balance is so well put together. But anyway, so we're gonna break bread or break cookies here. So we have the chocolate chunk cookie, and we're going to pair it with this, and hopefully bring out more of the cocoa notes in the coffee. So let's see. And Hannah, I want you to talk a little bit here too. Mmm, delicious. I love expired cookies. Mmm,
I really think that it brings out the cocoa in the
mmm.
coffee
It's
with
so good. I'm just gonna eat the chocolate
the
pieces.
chocolate.
Mmm, delicious. So, if you ever get a chance, get some Galapagos because it's delicious. Although you might not be able to find it anywhere except online now. I got mine. I drove to Dallas before it actually was completely released, and I drove to the store, and I know the DM in that area, the Fort Worth, Dallas area. Her name is Lisa, and I said, "Lisa, I need some Galapagos," and so she said, "Go to this store," and she gave me the name of it. It's like the Fort Hood store or something like that. And so I drove there with some of my other barista buddies. Hannah actually works at my store, but she couldn't go with us. was sad. But my friend Chad came and Peter, and we had this awesome road trip there, and we picked up 6 half-pounds of the Galapagos. And so this is one of my last, because it's so good, but I saved it for a special occasion. Anyway, so I'll move on to question number 2. Hannah, ask me my question.
Taylor,
Yes.
how do you build a sense of community around you?
Okay. Well, if I may be so bold as to say, I build a sense of community around myself in the way that I talk so much. I'm very outgoing, and I talk nonstop. She can tell you, we're on the floor, and I just talk. I tell story after story. I tell stories. That's kind of my thing. I like telling stories. It makes me feel connected with people, and that's what I really like to do, is connect with other people and to share stories and hear stories, and just, I love talking. And so it comes naturally, and that's how I build community around myself, is just staying connected with people around me, meeting new people, interacting with old friends, and I try to get to know people by asking them questions and drawing the stories out of them, because that's what makes people, is stories, and it's so interesting to get to know people's histories.
It's very true. What do you think you'll bring to the Top 5 Barista channel?
So the Five Awesome Baristas, I think I could bring to that channel my Starbucks passion. Like I said, I've worked for Starbucks for 2 years, and I've done multiple coffee tastings in the store, out of the store. I have my own like coffee bar, and in my room.
In his room.
And I like to go to sleep to coffee, wake up to coffee, relax with coffee, not really party with coffee, but anyway, I just like to keep coffee right around me at all times. And I also think that my Starbucks passion is something that is not going to be temporary. I remember when I got hired, having kind of older partners partners who had been with the company longer than, just a year or so, tell me that the Starbucks passion was something that comes and goes, and that I would lose it within a few months. I specifically remember times people telling me that. And I can honestly say that it hasn't, that I still got it, and I'm going forward with it, and it's what makes, my job so fun and interesting and exciting. And in the future, my goal is to become a corporate partner, and I want to just continue to make Starbucks my career, and I want to continue with the company until I'm a very old man. And I eventually want to work with the international trading, sourcing, and tasting, roasting of coffee beans. My degree is in international relations and global studies, and so I think that it'll be really interesting to deal with the international coffee industry, and it help the company move forward on an international level, as we're expanding in China right now. And I would even love to work on the farmer resource centers. They're building one in China right now, where we're building our own roasting plant there and coffee bean farm that will be completely staffed by Starbucks partners. And I think that that's awesome, and it's the first time Starbucks has branched out in this way. And I think it'll be really interesting to watch and maybe one day be a part of. So I think that what I'll bring to the channel will be more enthusiasm, and just maybe even sometimes annoying enthusiasm and craziness, all Starbucks induced. So I think that's what I will be bringing to the channel.
Can you give me a story of the last time that you've connected with a stranger?
Well, today I petted my neighbor's dog. No, I just actually waved to the neighbor as I was pulling the drive. Anyway, so a stranger. Yeah, my neighbor shouldn't be a stranger. Well, okay, so the other day I was at work. We were actually working that shift together, and there were these group of kids working on a project, I think for their social media class or something, and they were just sitting there, and I was so excited about the new Christmas blend coming out that, well, I think I was more excited about the peppermint brownies, but anyway, Christmas blend. And so I wanted to do a pairing, and I made a press and went over to them and I said, "Hey guys, do you want to take a study break?" And they were like, "Yes, we really want one." And so I just went through the steps of tasting coffee with them, and I gave them all the taste and the pastry, and it worked really well. Try it out; it's delicious. And that was me connecting with them, and then we became friends on Facebook. I don't know that girl, the blonde one. Her name's Peyton. She commented on my Facebook and said that she was interested in learning about other coffees now. All because of
That's
Christmas
awesome.
blend. So that was my connection with a stranger. And I think that's all 4 questions. I have no idea how long this video has been, but yeah. Thank you for reviewing it, and your channel is awesome.